Okay, so this was sent to me today. Sony, boy, man. So you got CNN, Fox News, NBC. I don't know if the BBC done talked about it yet, man. I don't know if Sky News done talked about it yet. I know a Canadian news channel done talked about it. But, everybody's talking about IGN. You know how big IGN is. And IGN ain't with it. Democrats ain't with it. Republicans ain't with it. Independents ain't with it. Yo, so many people cannot stand what is going on. You got Jason Schreier from Bloomberg talking about it. And you got Forbes magazine talking about it. Forbes Sony scandal. There it is. Sony's disc decision is the biggest scandal in 20 years. Damn! In 20 years? Woo! See what Mr. Tassi has to say about it. Sony has stepped in it now. That's right, stepped in some digital doo-doo. Announcing plans to stop selling new PlayStation disc copies of games when 2028 begins, ending an era of physical gaming media that has existed since the medium's inception. The pushback is not just swift and vehement among fans. It appears this situation might be the most outraged gamers have been at PlayStation in 20 years, if not ever. Yeah, I'm literally trying to think of something where gamers were more angry, and I can't. Maybe you guys can think of something? Think of something that comes close. List a few things. All right, the tweet announcing the move has an absurd... Yes, this is older article. 57,000 replies and 55,000 retweets. 99% furious. Everyone replying along the lines of, actually, this is fine, is getting ratioed into oblivion. Proceed on your way to oblivion. The internet is swarming with articles and videos decrying the decision. All right, so let's see some bullet points here. I'm not sure if I've even seen anything like this since 2006. Do you remember? That was when Sony, high off its PS2 success, believed it could charge $600 for the PS3 at launch. Yeah, when I heard that price, I was like, nah, don't think so. I'll be waiting. Adjusted for inflation, that would be over $1,000. Well, here comes inflation with PS6 because people expect it to be $1,000 to $1,500. On top of that, Sony's Ken Kutagari said in an interview that the goal for PS3 was for consumers to think to themselves, I will work more hours to buy one. That's that Japanese work hard ethic coming through that he didn't realize wouldn't land well with a lot of other countries, okay, with how they look at working hard. We want people to feel that they want it, irrespective of anything else. You might guess how that went over. I didn't really, I remember hearing even when I was younger, like in high school, I remember hearing about how important hard work ethic was to the Japanese, which is something commendable. However, a lot of things that are commendable can go a little too far. Like I haven't heard of this here. I guess it's happened, but I've heard of a few cases where Japanese people are found deceased at their desk because they just work such long hours and work so. I'm just like, oh my God. Wow, you know what I mean? Like that's above and beyond. I wouldn't, want to be. But anyway, so that was the same era when Xbox 360 cost $300 at launch, with a $400 premium version. What was the $400 one? What'd that come with? The blowback and its competition was so intense that in July 2027, Sony reduced the price to $500. In October of that year, it introduced a lower storage model for $400. Finally, getting close to Xbox level, the PS3 Slim launched at $300. That's the one that I got. That's the one that I ended up getting, I think. At $300 in 2009, though at that point it was widely accepted that the initial launch had damaged the entire generation. Because there was another, I think I got maybe I got the 400. I may have gotten the one that's kind of like a matte black, you know what I'm talking about? It's not shiny. That's the one I got. After I heard that I didn't know that the $600 model could play PS1, 2, and 3. I would have gotten that one if I had known. But at that time, I really wasn't gaming like I used to. And, I always made it a point to know everything about every system coming out. And you can see I was totally, focused on other things at that time. There have been other scandals and fan-angering moments over the years. In 2011, there was the infamous security breach. Right. That brought PSN down for 23 days. Though that was just bad. Rather than... When did Arkham Knight come out? Because I don't remember hearing about that, even though... let me see. When did Batman Arkham Knight come out?
Batman Arkham Knight was first released
2015. That's why I was like, I remember hearing about that. And I know I was gaming after I started. I was really gaming again because you guys got me gaming again after I started in 2012. So, okay. I should have thought of that. Like, you can start, anyway. For a while, Sony was the last holdout on crossplay across platforms. A stance that, amplified as Fortnite's popularity rose and eventually had to relent. I remember that. Okay. That one didn't really bother me. More recently, in 2024, Helldivers 2 inspired Sony to tell all PC players they had to link their Steam accounts to PSN account. A problem given that PSN doesn't even exist in 170 countries, and the game had to stop being sold there. Helldivers 2 was bombed with hundreds of thousands of negative reviews, and Sony reversed the policy within days. Interesting, and they still haven't really... So they want to stick to their guns with this. Sony, you might notice a trend here. And the bad decisions were almost all reversed after the fans revolted. But the disc issue? This seems like a larger scale strategy that goes beyond a decision that can be switched off on a whim. It's not a price reduction or an account link required. This will have to do with the design and release of the entire next generation of consoles and is a potentially industry-changing move, unlike anything else on the list. That's why I would argue it's probably more significant than the PS3 price drama, as it speaks to a larger issue that has been brewing for 2 full generations now, after Microsoft tried to herd players in this direction. Though reports indicate that Microsoft is about to get rid of new discs for its upcoming Xbox Helix 2. You better not. You bet not. You bet not, Xbox. You know what to do. And basically says that he doesn't know if it can be walked back. Yeah. Sony, you know what it is. And the way the fans are right now, they're like Mr. T and Rocky 3 that rhymed with the play the game. Bars. You can run, but you can't hide. Every single post that they post is no disc, no buy, or some variation of that. Get on it, Sony. Write your apology. Reverse it, walk it back, because you are destroying your brand in record time. Record time. There's that. You're messing with Crunchyroll now. You took all the movies from people. Yo, you're not answering. Ha! Keep playing with the gamers. Keep playing with them. 10 million subscribers. Woo!